Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in. And it is officially the off-season now that the Super Bowl is concluded. And congratulations to the Los Angeles Rams on the Super Bowl championship. There's going to be a lot of trade talks. There's going to be a lot of rumors and free agency. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to surround the draft. So this off-season has the potential to be jam-packed. And one of the rumors that was started even before this off-season began and during the season was the potential of Davante Adams leaving the Green Bay Packers and potentially joining the rival Chicago Bears. But before I get into my thoughts on the potential of Davante Adams becoming a Bear, leave this video a like, as this helps the channel to grow tremendously. And if you are not subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any other videos that I post. There's going to be a lot of videos, a lot of content about this NFL all season. So make sure you click that subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the videos that I post. But let's get into Davante Adams. Without further ado, let's dive into it.
I'm striving to get rich. That's why I almost went 2 years without buying shoes and fits. Things change now. My mom hearing me wear my music and she look a little prouder.
Davante Adams has cemented himself as one of the best, if not the best, wide receiver that the NFL has to offer today. His career has been an uphill journey from here. He's been one of the best wide receivers that we have to offer today. His route running is absolutely crisp. He's big, he's strong, he's fast, he has very good hands, and the Green Bay Packer offense finds ways to scheme him open. His last few seasons, including the last 6, has seen him close to that 1,000-yard mark, including 2 seasons in 2016 and in 2019 where he came up 3 yards short of reaching the 1,000-yard mark. The last 2 seasons has seen him be named an All-Pro selection, and he had a 2020 season where he led the league in receiving touchdowns with 18. He's had a 1,500-yard season this past year, and he is one of the biggest names, is definitely one of the biggest wide receivers, if not the biggest wide receiver name, heading into this free agent class of this offseason. Now, there's been a lot of rumors surrounding Davante Adams becoming a Raider, becoming a Dolphin, becoming a Bear, and it all has to do with Aaron Rodgers' situation is going to be with the Packers this year. So in this video, we're going to assume that Aaron Rodgers is going to be no longer a Packer, and Davante Adams is going to test free agency, he's going to test the market, and he's going to eventually leave the Green Bay Packers because Aaron Rodgers is no longer going to be there. The market is going to set for him to be one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL today. And there's going to be a lot of teams that are wide receiver needy, like the teams I named earlier, that are going to be vying for Davante Adams' services. And Davante Adams, I believe in my heart, is the best wide receiver that we have in the game today. Even though he's approaching his age 30 season, he's getting better and better and better with each passing year that we have. So in Davante Adams, one of the biggest rumors that we had during the season, and one of the bigger rumors that we're going to have until the start of the new league year, is his potential to join the Chicago Bears. Now, from Davante Adams' perspective, the Bears did hire former quarterback coach Getsy from the Green Bay Packers as their new offensive coordinator. And Davante Adams has spent a lot of time with him with the Packers, and he's been named one of the people that had a hand in helping him develop into one of the best wide receivers that we have in the game today. So for that relationship standpoint, it would be very beneficial for Davante Adams to potentially join the Chicago Bears. Now, we look at it from the Chicago Bears perspective. The Bears, going into this offseason, the biggest question on the offensive side of the ball, outside of addressing the Bears' offensive line, is having weapons to surround Justin Fields with. Now, we're probably going to see a potential of Allen Robinson no longer being on the Bears roster. Then after that, the wide receiver room for the Bears becomes absolutely thin. Darnell Mooney had his best season to date in his second year with Justin Fields. Then outside of that, you have a Marquise Goodwin who's probably on a 1-year contract. He might leave. You had Daz Newsome. You had Jakeem Grant, which you're not sure was going to happen. You have Demir Burr, who was smallly used in the offense. You have Jimmy Graham, who's approaching his elder age. Cole Kmet is still a question mark. So the wide receiver and tight ends room for the Bears is absolutely thin. And what better name to add to this Bears roster and to help Justin Fields develop and pair with Fields for years to come than Davante Adams. He has that aforementioned relationship with Luke Getsy, and Luke Getsy is going to bring a lot of that Green Bay Packer offense and Green Bay Packer scheme to the Chicago Bears. So it's not going to be a huge adjustment period for Davante Adams becoming a Chicago Bear because he has that same familiarity with Luke Getsy when he was with the Green Bay Packers. And looking at it more from the Bears' perspective, the Bears come into this free agent market with a lot of cap room to spend. They do have a lot of needs on the offensive side of the ball. Even with hiring defensive head coach and Matt Eberflus, the Bears still have a lot to address on the offensive side of the ball. And Luke Getsy calling plays and him having that familiarity with Davante Adams can prove large for this Bears offense going forward. One of the things that was missing from the Bears offense last year was the passing game. And what better wide receiver threat than Davante Adams to pair with up-and-coming Darnell Mooney to have as a 1-2 wide receiver duo. Darnell Mooney, I'm personally a Bears fan. He's a very good player himself, but I just don't see him being that number one go-to wide receiver. He's a very good complementary number two. So Davante Adams getting here and getting into that number one wide receiver role can prove big dividends to help in the development of Justin Fields. The Bears offense last year passing-wise was 30th in the league under head coach Matt Nagy. And with the new offensive system under Eberflus, and you bring in a guy like Davante Adams, and I'm pretty sure the Bears are going to address this offensive line, which was one of the worst pass protection-wise in the NFL last season. They had one of the worst schemes, I believe, in the NFL last season. So helping Justin Fields develop, helping Justin Fields get that next step and develop into one of the quarterbacks that are top tier in this league. And then you add a top tier wide receiver who is at the top of his game. You get him familiar with Luke Getsy, who he had in Green Bay. Davante Adams to the Chicago Bears seems like a very good move for both Davante Adams and both the Chicago Bears, because he can come in and springboard this Bears passing game, which really needs it, and help springboard Justin Fields' development and develop some trust with Justin Fields, so he can not only trust Kmet, he can not only trust Darnell Mooney, that he has another weapon to trust in Davante Adams. And then you pair him with the very solid running game that the Chicago Bears have with David Montgomery. Bringing in Davante Adams to the Chicago Bears offense can help springboard them to get them above that 30th passing offense that they seen last season, and a passing offense that has absolutely struggled the last couple of years. You add Luke Getsy, you add some offensive line, you add maybe some slot wide receiver help, and add Davante Adams to this Bears offense. You can see a big improvement with this Bears offense, and Davante Adams can be in Luke Getsy's offense and still perform at the high level that he's been performing at for the last couple of seasons with the Green Bay Packers. So there are different teams on the table for Davante Adams, but I think one of the moves that makes a lot of sense for him is to get that familiarity with Luke Getsy and springboard the development of Justin Fields and help this Bears offense and Bears team succeed in 2022. But those are my thoughts on Davante Adams becoming Chicago Bear. Leave this video a like, comment your thoughts down below. What do you think, and what do you think of the potential of Davante Adams becoming a Chicago Bear? And as always, click that subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any of the videos that I post. But I'm APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great and excellent day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.